Duncan, really important question here is what is marketing and why should a new business invest in it?
Marketing is an umbrella term, and the definition that I like to use is it's about understanding and meeting the needs of your customers better than the competition at a profit. And I think it's really important to really understand what it is and do some effective marketing, because that gives you that step ahead of your competitors and really understanding what's happening out there in the marketplace.
What are the early steps that a business should be taking in order to market their business effectively?
First of all, I think you have to understand whether there is a demand for what it is you're offering, for the product or service that you are offering. If you've identified that the demand is there, it's then looking at identifying who your potential customers are. And really, you can't know enough about your customer base. So it's asking all the questions to do with who your customers are, where they are, what they like, what they dislike, etc. And it involves all the research that you do into looking at your potential audience, and also then thinking about price. A lot of new start businesses make the mistake of underpricing their product or service. So it's actually the market research you conduct will actually help you determine what price to be charging.
What are the implications to business if it doesn't define the audience that it's chasing after?
Well, that's a key point, because really a business without a defined customer base is really a disaster waiting to happen. So it can waste a lot of valuable time and resources. And really, this what I call scattergun approach. Yes, it could possibly hit one or two of the targets, but it will also miss a lot of others. So it's very important to decide on a defined target group of customers, and really that will allow you to maximize the impact of your marketing and, of course, maximize the investment you're making in that.
What would really help, I think, is to understand what it is that sets a business apart from its competition.
It's important to recognise that people don't just buy what's called the features of a particular product or a service, they buy the benefits. In other words, they buy what it does for them. And it's important to look at what these benefits are. You know, is something stronger or bigger or better or faster or more efficient in some way? So the more that you understand the answers to these points, particularly the benefits from your customer's perspective, the better. That also, of course, includes knowing what your competitors are doing, because you can often get the answers from their activity. But ultimately, what you're trying to establish is what are called USPs, or unique selling points. This is really what makes you better and different from your competitors. And when you've established what these are, then they are the key messages that you actively promote.
Obviously, small businesses want to get their message across. What kind of advice would you give with your experience as a Business Link advisor in the ways that they do that?
It's something that I call the 4 M's. It's actually matching your message to your market using the right medium. There's a lot of different marketing tools available to a new start business. And you need to decide which of those is appropriate for your business. It's not going to be necessarily relevant for a new startup to have a new startup business to have a television campaign or a radio campaign, but it may be to do some advertising or some press relations or some direct mail. And you have to look at which is most appropriate for you. And of course, look at it from your customer's perspective. So how would they like to receive the information? You know, it might be a letter or an email, or a phone call, or from a local paper, something like that.
And in terms of marketing the business effectively and taking it to the next level of development, are there any particular tools that within either your website or within the advisory support service that Business Link York and North Yorkshire can provide to the business startup?
Business Link have a large number of what's called fact sheets, which are available for you to access really sort of around the clock. They also run a series of workshops called Fit for Business, and there is a specific one on marketing called Marketing Your Business. So I would say access the Business Link website and book yourself onto one of these workshops.